2021, the global semiconductor shortage nearly destroyed the automotive industry. Ford halted production at 8 plants. General Motors shut down facilities across North America. Volkswagen warned of severe production losses. Stellantis, the world's fourth largest automaker, warned that the shortage would cost them billions in lost revenue. The entire industry stood helpless as a shortage of chips that cost between 50 cents and $2 each shut down the production of vehicles that sell for $40,000. Toyota made cars throughout all of it. While every competitor scrambled for chips and counted lost production days, Toyota maintained near normal manufacturing output. They didn't get lucky. They didn't have a secret supplier. They had something that no other automaker had prepared for: a disaster response strategy built around maintaining emergency chip stockpiles, which they had quietly implemented after a different disaster a decade earlier. The story begins in March 2011 with the Fukushima nuclear disaster and the broader Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. Toyota's supply chain was hit catastrophically. A single supplier, Renesas Electronics, provided chips for hundreds of different Toyota models. When Renesas's Naka factory was destroyed, Toyota's production lines stopped. The experience forced Toyota's supply chain engineers to conduct a fundamental reassessment of what lean manufacturing actually meant. Lean manufacturing, the system Toyota invented and that the entire automotive industry had copied, is built on the principle of eliminating waste. Inventory is waste. Raw materials sitting in warehouses are waste. Components that aren't moving through the production process are waste. The Toyota production system had optimized every step of manufacturing to minimize buffer stock. The result was extraordinary efficiency in normal conditions and catastrophic vulnerability in abnormal conditions. After Fukushima, Toyota made a decision that violated the foundational principles of the system they had created. They decided to maintain emergency inventories of critical components, not for weeks, but for months. Semiconductors identified as critical single-source or hard-to-substitute chips were stockpiled. The practice was not publicly announced. It did not appear in earnings calls or investor presentations as a strategic initiative. It was treated as operational insurance, the kind of redundancy that destroys quarterly efficiency metrics but protects against tail risk events. When the pandemic disrupted semiconductor manufacturing in 2020 and 2021, Toyota's emergency inventory strategy provided a runway that no competitor had. While Ford and GM were planning production schedules against chip deliveries that were perpetually delayed, Toyota was drawing down safety stock. Their production lines continued. Their dealers had inventory when competitors' lots were empty. Their revenue held. Their market share grew. The financial outcome was extraordinary. In fiscal year 2021, Toyota reported record operating profits. Their market capitalization crossed $200 billion for the first time. While the rest of the automotive industry was calculating production losses from the chip shortage, Toyota was gaining market share from competitors who couldn't build cars at all. But the more important lesson is not about chips. The more important lesson is about what Toyota actually believed about risk management. Every automaker had the same access to information about semiconductor supply chain concentration risk. The automotive industry's dependence on single-source chip suppliers was a known vulnerability discussed openly in supply chain conferences and trade publications for years before the pandemic. The risks were not hidden. They were simply not acted on because the cost of maintaining inventory buffers is real and immediate, while the benefit of those buffers is theoretical and deferred. Toyota acted on the risk anyway because their experience with Fukushima had taught them something that competitor balance sheets never showed. The cost of a supply chain disruption does not appear on your income statement until after the disaster has already happened. By then, it is too late to build the inventory. The time to build resilience is precisely when the risk is theoretical and the cost seems unnecessary. The moment the risk becomes real, the ability to respond has already passed. The automotive industry's response to the 2021 chip shortage has been to announce supply chain diversification strategies, dual-source supplier requirements, and regional manufacturing investments. Toyota's competitors are building, right now, the supply chain resilience that Toyota built after 2011. It will cost them enormous capital, and it will protect them against the next disruption, the one that has not happened yet. Toyota will face that disruption with a 10-year advantage in supply chain resilience capability. This is the paradox of preparedness that defines Toyota's competitive position. Their lean manufacturing system created extraordinary vulnerability. Their disaster response to that vulnerability created extraordinary resilience. The same company that pioneered waste elimination learned that not all redundancy is waste. Some redundancy is the price of continuity, and continuity in manufacturing is the most valuable competitive advantage that no balance sheet can capture until the moment it disappears.